Welcome back. Are there times in your career that require you to be pretty careful, maybe times that make you most susceptible to trouble? At some point, many of us will face a dangerous time in our career, but it's about how you get through those times that speaks volumes. And joining us this morning for yet another segment of Career Corner is author and our very favorite career expert, Russ Hovendick. Good morning, and thanks for joining us for another edition of Career Corner. What do you mean? Let's start off with dangerous times in your career. I understand there are dangerous careers, but everyone can have that point in their career. What does that mean?
Actually, it really centers around attitude. And when I'm working with people, what I listen for is a change in their attitude towards the workplace, towards their work environment, towards their boss, towards just their overall attitude about what they're doing.
Now,
it's
is
really
this
important.
A negative attitude?
Yes.
Okay. Give me some examples. Give us some examples. I'm sure people can relate.
Sometimes it's it's not always negative either, but sometimes there's complacency, for instance, that sets into motion, a comfort zone that people get into, and so they're not on the top of their game. I've had individuals in manufacturing, for instance, a safety manager that wrote the safety policy, was on kind of autopilot, violated his own safety policy, and was fired. And he said, you know, I just was on kind of autopilot. I just kind of brain dead because the job came easy to him at that point.
There was no real challenge anymore.
Right, right.
That I could see being feeling dangerous, because I think personally you should always be challenged in your career. You should always be moving forward. And what happens though when you get to that spot when you're feeling complacent? Do you just give up?
No, I think you go back and you look at what really challenges you and take on different responsibilities, that type of thing. A lot of this is just taking back and looking at it from a different angle, different assessment. There's another area called entitlement, and you'll find a lot of people that say, well, you know, I've been here this long, I'm entitled
this, or I should be given this.
Right, and so you'll see them they'll do things like, oh, maybe padding their expense report a little bit. They say, well, you know, I deserve this. I'll take extra time. I deserve this. I'll take extra liberties at work. And what they find is they get so far away from what's the way it should be, that it's a wake-up call, and you can get terminated that way.
I'm sure, though, it looks good to your employer, though, if you are feeling that way, to go to them and say, what more can I do? I'm not feeling challenged enough. Do you think that's a good idea?
Sure. Yeah, I really do. And I think employers really respond to that as well, knowing that you want to make a difference, you want to make an impact, that type of thing. And
maybe instead of asking for that raise or whatnot, whatever you think you deserve, maybe you'll get it by working just a little bit harder, too.
Sure.
Is there anything else that we should point out, or maybe concerns that you've noticed from people about a dangerous time in their career?
Well, and it does go back to the attitude thing, and there's a conspiratorial attitude, and that means, let's say that you got turned down for promotion or something like that, something negative happens and now everybody's against you. That's typically not the case, but
that's just your way of thinking.
Yes, as it kind of festers as people concentrate on the negative part that happened to them, and you got to be very, very careful with that as well.
All right. Well, it doesn't have to be a dangerous career to have a dangerous time, but there are things you can do to get out of it and keep moving forward.
Sure.
Thanks so much again for joining us, Russ, for this segment of Career Corner. We're going to have more information about you online and these books, which have a ton of great advice in them, whether you have a career now or you're looking to change one. Log on to KDLT.com, where we've set up a link for you. We'll be right back after.